Okay, so first we're going to running through the project checklist. I use ProTools. I'm going to create a folder for this file for the project. So I go to my hard drive and I'm going to my ProTools sessions. I'm actually going to do a new folder and I'm going to name it Project Checklist 1. Okay, so I created the folder. Now I'm going to close that window and I'm going to open ProTools. So as ProTools opens, first thing I'm going to do is in ProTools setting the digital audio preferences, the sample rate and bit depth comes at the same time as starting a new project. It's in the new project or new file setup, new session. So I click on new session, blank session. Sample rate 48 kilohertz, 24-bit bit depth. There's two options for the audio file type. I'm going to go with the broadcast wave, and I'm going to create that. It's going to ask me where I want to save it. So again, I'm going to go back to the drive where I saved it, or where I created the file. I'm going to my ProTools session where I created that file or folder, Project Checklist 1, and then I'm going to name the session, and it's going to be Project Checklist 1, same name, just to keep it easy. Save. It's going to open a new file. The sample rate, bit depth, that's all set up already. The recording file type is set. Now we're going to go to hardware settings in setup. First we're going to do the playback engine, and my hardware is DigiDesign 003. That's my audio interface. It's already selected. You can see here, you can also select Pro Tools aggregate, but I use the 003. So it's going to close the session and restart it with those settings. So now that's chosen as the audio interface. You'll see it in hardware 003. I have options. I use some other equipment. I light pipe in another preamp, so typically I would do ADAT and I would select optical for the clock source. But because I'm not using that right now, we'll just go internal and say OK. So that's set up as well. And that's pretty much it for the DAW preferences. I mean, I could go in and change any number of settings for display, operation, transport window recording, editing, mixing, processing. I can adjust all of that. In the setup also for the playback engine, you'll see I've already set it to 128 samples. If I change that, that's the buffer size, but we'll just keep that as it is. And that is pretty much it. From here, to start the project, I would just basically go in and I use hotkeys, but you can just go track, new, and start in new tracks, audio, aux, master, MIDI, or instrument. I'll just create one audio track. And that is pretty much it. That's the gist of it, project checklist. So Hope you all enjoy.